It's Week 8 of the NFL, and this one features the Ravens' star linebacker. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it's all up next on E!
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
11, Thomas. God.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Well, shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready? 11 MT, 12.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now Burrow.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to it.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gunter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On 3rd down, Gunter. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Here we go.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up past the 40.
11.
At the 41-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
At the 41-yard line.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run on 1st down. Duncan. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
11 mighty. 11 MT. 11.
Up the middle they go. Fisher. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 31.
Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. And a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had to.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch call for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the deep.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. A nice little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do...
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air, but his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
The toss left side for Mitchell to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
In motion left, the tight end.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Bengals 3.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, smash Broncos!
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
11, Thomas.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Nice.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
42.
On second down, here's Burrow.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. It's now 3rd down and 16.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Zay Flowers.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now here come the Ravens. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to throw this opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On second down now, Gunter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Get it! Go check! Go check!
Now Mason. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And down to the 36-yard line here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. 31 yards. And the Ravens could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 36 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Burrow. The defense defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Pass complete, it's Scott. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. To throw, Burrow. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Burrow.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Burrow.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, it's definitely a low percentage chance of that being completed, but you have to like the shot that they took right there. They have to get something deep downfield. That one fell incomplete. Got to try it again.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant today, Brandon. He had 4 touchdown passes, and it felt like whenever the defense threw at him, he had a counter. He was just playing with confidence all afternoon long.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.